In this video we are going to talk about factors of numbers. So let's consider 12. Now, which numbers divide 12? I can divide 12 by 1. Let me show it this way because I can't write this like that. 12 divided by 1 is 12. I can divide 12 by 2, which is 6. I can divide 12 by 3, which is 4. I can divide 12 by 4, which is 3, and so on. Right? So, all these numbers that divide 12 are called as factors. So if I want to define factors, I'm going to write like this. A factor of a number is a number that divides the given number. Meaning, for 12, for example, right, the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Of course, we have to write all the factors, which will be the case in the next example. So let's look at this example. So it says find the factors of 12. Well, we started finding the factors of 12, but I have a better way. Now, instead of thinking about division, I can go with multiplication, like 1 times 12, right? So 1 times 12 is 12. So I will think of two numbers that multiply out to 12. 1 times 12, 12, good. This is always first one to start with, right? And then it's 2 times 6, which is 12. Then it's 3 times 4, which is 12. Now, the rule is when you are at the end of this list, the numbers in this product must be very close to each other. I mean, you have now 3 and 4 in multiplication. This should tell you that you're at the end of the list, so you're basically done. So what's going to happen is you're going to write down all the factors like that in multiplication, and then you're going to list them as your answer, because this is your work, right? Now you have to write your answer. Right, so it's going to be the list of numbers in this multiplication. I prefer to write down like this in order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Right? Let's look at another example. List the factors of 42. Again, I start with 1 times 42, and then it's 2 times 21. Well, you can use a calculator to figure out these numbers, right? You can also go like 3 times 14. Now you can try 4, for example. If you go like 42 divided by 4, you will see that this is 10 with remainder 2, or 10.5. So we can't say that 4 is a factor because it doesn't divide 42 properly. There's a remainder, right? So we skip 4. Obviously we skip 5 because this number here is not 0 or 5. So we go with 6. So it's going to be 6 times 7. And now you can see that 6 and 7 are pretty close. I have to stop here because if I go on, I'm going to be writing. Now I'm going to swap them, of course, because after 6 comes 7. So I will go like 7 times 6. And then I will go like, I will try all the numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which won't work. And then I go with 14 times 3, and then so on. But notice that this is already here. And this product is already here. So I don't need to go any further, right? What I need to do is to check whether I have two numbers which is very close in this product, so that I can understand that I'm at the end of the list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write now a factors of 42, which will be 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, 21, and 42. Now, if you remember from the previous example, it was 12, right? We were finding the factors of 12. 12 was a divisor, right? You can check from here. You can see 12 is a divisor, so it's a factor. Here, 42 is a factor. What I'm trying to say is that the given number itself, in this case it's 42, in previous example it was 12. So the number itself is a factor. 42 is a factor of itself, because 42 divided by 42 is 1, so you can divide. And the next is 1 is a factor of all numbers. Notice that 1 appears here as well as here. So anytime you start writing with factors, you always go with multiplying the number itself by 1. So both numbers, the number itself and 1, will be factors. So 1 is a factor of all numbers. Keep that in mind. Now is your turn. List the factors of each number given here, which is 30, 48, 80, and 104. Please do the work in your books and use the online self-check for feedback. Thank you.